find a compilation of selections that you can choose from, but we are going to be working with only two of these. Number one being this one: which team wins the rest of the match? Now, these strategies, I want you guys to use them both at the same time to increase your odds of cashing out, or to increase your odds of actually winning a bet. So number one, which team wins the rest of the match? You come here, you select this, and once you have selected this, it's going to show you the home and away team and the draw. So when you select which team wins the rest of the match and you choose a team, you mean from the moment you choose that team until the end of the match, there must be a winner. If you choose, let's say for instance, you choose Spain, now you see that it's 71 minutes, meaning from 71 minutes up until the final whistle, Spain must score a goal that actually wins them the match. I'm sure you understand me, guys. Spain must win the match starting from 71 minutes going to the last minute. Meaning, if Spain does not score here to win the match, if Spain does not score after this, it means that your bet is actually a losing bet. So Spain must score, or Spain must win the match after the 71st minute for your bet to be a winning bet. Or you can choose a draw option. But that is not what we're working with today. Today I just want to show you guys the main strategy that we're going to be using. So here's what you're going to do. 71st minute, we are going to be using specifically the second half, guys. The second half, for which team wins the rest of the match, we are going to be using the second half. Now you're going to be selecting teams that you actually think have a better chance of scoring goals after the second half, or teams that are actually leading in the second half, like this one, Spain versus Belgium. Which team wins the rest of the match? You click Spain. You expect Spain to score and win the match after the 71st minute. You scroll down, you look again, Deportivo Maibo versus Chacarita. You go, which team wins the rest of the match? Which team is gonna score after the 66 minute and the score ends as 1-0 or 2-0 after the 66 minute? This one does not count. The only score that counts is the one that happens after you have placed the bet. So here we have Deportivo Maipo versus Chacarita. You go, which team wins the rest of the match? You go Chacarita. You understand? So what you're saying is Chacarita, even if Chacarita scores one goal here, if Chacarita scores one goal, they actually win the match, and Maipo doesn't score, they actually win the match, never mind the 2-0. And then you come again, you find this is the second half, guys. Second half, bear in mind, 64th minute, Avaí CS versus Ponte Preta under 23. Which team wins the rest of the match? You go Avaí. That is so simple, guys. As you see there, I'm not saying that it's 100% guaranteed, but I'm saying it gives us a better chance of actually cashing out and winning some selected bets. So the first step is to go to live matches and then select which team to win the rest of the match. Which team to win the rest of the match. Then you select your teams. And then you wait. You wait for the games to play out. And if they don't play out as you intended them to, or if it's a losing bet, you keep on doing it. That is why I'm doing it on the Euro 2021, so that you guys can actually use the many matches that are going to be happening to keep trying, and I guarantee you that you're going to actually get a win out of this. And I actually recommend that you use at least about 5 to 10 teams. 5 to 10 teams. Do not go above 10 teams. Just go 5 teams to 10. 5 teams to 10. That is the first strategy. Now I'm going to explain to you guys the second strategy. Now the next strategy that I'm going to demonstrate to you guys, that I want you to use hand in hand with the which team wins the rest of the match strategy, is the non-goal strategy. Now I previously did a video on the non-goal strategy, so you can go into my archives and check the video out, and I'm also going to put the video on the screen for you guys to click and watch that video if you want. But for now, I'm just going to explain a little bit of the non-goal strategy and how it works. So with the non-goal strategy, all you do is come to live matches and then match type again, and then you see a various selection of options here. You click next goal, and then it's gonna display something like this. You've got goal, you've got non-goal, you've got this. So with the non-goal, we are actually going to be using it from the 80th minute up until the 90th minute or the end of the match. Meaning, if, for example, take this match here, Club Guarani versus Sportivo, 84 minutes. This is where the non-goal strategy comes in. We are saying from this time up until the end of the match, there's not going to be any goals that are going to be scored. That is why we call it the non-goal strategy. So be careful in your match selection, especially with the Euro, because we have big teams that actually have players that score goals, players that thrive under pressure in the last minute. So I'd suggest that you go for tight matches, very tight matches where there's strong defenses and less competition in the attacking zone. Be careful with this non-goal strategy, but